And that's when I say my big line. You might sting me, Bee, but you'll never break my spirit.
Why, JT, where did you scoot off to? Look, everyone, it's JT.
Yeah, I was just checking on my mom. Well, you missed my performance on the big storm scene.
It wasn't quite a scene. Now, excuse me, I'd like to get ready and look over my proposal.
And I must go pack. Can't keep Hollywood waiting, you know. I want to leave first thing tomorrow. I do hope she doesn't check out until we found the check. I'm so worried. I sold the necklace and now I have nothing.
Miss Peabody, was the necklace by any chance a locket?
No, dear, why'd you ask?
Well, I just thought I heard somebody talking about a locket last night.
No, that's odd. That's odd. No, it was a beautiful gold chain with the nugget the size of a walnut. A priceless piece.
Poor Miss Peabody. That check just has to turn off. Jane, may I ask you something?
Of course.
How is it that you were the first one in the living room today when Miss Peabody screamed?
Well, I just heard her and came running. Why? What are you accusing me of?
Nothing. I just wondered, do you have any idea where Miss Peabody hid the check? Maybe you've come across it cleaning.
No. Now, if you'll excuse me, I would like to go tidy up my room.
Jane clearly has something to hide. Now, let's see. Is there anything here that shouldn't be? What's this? The case of the lost locket. Locket, like the voice keeps saying.
Fiddlesticks, I must have left my glasses in my room.
Oh no, I better hide.
In your own pocket, Rocket. Honestly, you'd lose your head if it wasn't so brilliant.
That was way too close. The case of the lost locket. Could it be just a coincidence? The check! Miss Peabody, come quick! I found your check!
What is the meaning of this, young lady? What are you doing in my room?
I'd like to ask you, Dr. Brockett, what is the meaning of this?
I have no idea. Is that Miss Peabody's check?
Yes, and I'm wondering why it was under your bed.
I assure you, I have no idea.
What is going on here? Hey, that's one of the books you lent me. The case of the lost locket.
And what's that, JT? The lost check? Yes, it was in this book.
Looks pretty bad, Dr. B. What do you have to say for yourself?
I say rubbish. That is not my book.
Oh, yes, it is. That's one of the books you lent me to help me fall asleep. And I returned it to your room this morning, right after my agent called.
Look inside it. Does it have one of my personalized book plates?
No, it just says Agatha Peabody.
Now I'm totally confused. I know you gave me that book, Dr. Brockett, and I returned it to your room this morning.
Ladies, don't be silly. Suppose for a moment I did steal the check. Why would I stash it in a book and then lend it to Carlotta?
I'm afraid I can answer a few questions. Miss Peabody has been so nice to me, but, well, she just never cleans up properly. So the other night, I thought I'll straighten up a little. I got on my hands and knees looking for lint when I noticed that book under the sofa. I assumed it was one of Dr. Brockett's, so I placed it on his stacks of books. And that's when JT and her mom arrived. And then Dr. Brockett gave the books to me. Yes, and I sneaked back down early the next morning to finish cleaning up, which is why I was the first person to be in the living room when Miss Peabody screamed.
What's going on here?
My great Aunt Agatha's book and my check. You found them. I always stash important papers on page 99 of this book and stash it under the sofa. But how did it get here?
It's a long story.
And Miss Maloney, I have one question for you. What made you look in my room?
Let's just say a little voice told me to do it.
Of course, she's convinced it was Great Aunt Agatha who led her to the book, but I explained it was surely Miss Peabody talking in her sleep. But there was one more odd thing. The next night, I dreamed to give Miss Aunt Agatha, Great Aunt Agatha told me to give my car another try. I felt so goofy. I went down the next day to start my engine, and guess what? It worked. I'm sure the cables had just finally dried out. But that's not what JT thought anyway. Dear editor, I better finish this letter so I can start writing my next bestseller, Check Under the Bed, starring
JT Lloyd, master detective.
Wait, no, you can, Nella. Flowers.
Okay.
We would like to say Mrs.
One by one, baby. No, it's for this.
After I'm gone. Yeah, okay. You did a wonderful job. Wonderful.
Come on, everybody, go snap some
Hospital. Sure. You guys were fantastic.
How'd you like my last little dance?
It was lovely.
It was my
It
idea.
was lovely. Oh, Miss Peabody, I was worried you were on the floor.
Yeah, and everybody was laughing, but I didn't feel as well.
Excellent. Excellent line.
Anita.